Have you ever woken up feeling heavy, like your dreams were tangled in a web of strange, unsettling energy? Maybe you tossed and turned all night, or you woke up with a sense of unease you couldn't quite shake. It's something so many of us experience, yet we rarely stop to ask why. What if the answer was right there under your pillow in the form of your phone? That little device glowing softly in the dark might be doing more than just keeping you connected. It could be blocking the gentle flow of peace and protection that surrounds you as you sleep. Today, we are diving into a conversation about why sleeping with your phone under your pillow might be disrupting more than just your rest. It's about your dreams, your energy, and even the unseen forces that guide you toward balance and clarity. This isn't a tea about fear or judgment. It asks about understanding how the small choices we make every night ripple into our waking lives. We're going to explore how the vibrations from your phone, both physical and energetic, can interfere with the sacred space of your dreams. In many spiritual traditions, especially in Buddhism and Eastern mysticism, sleep is seen as a time when your soul connects with higher realms, where angelic or protective energies can offer guidance. But when your phone is tucked so close, its constant hum of notifications, radiation, and even its symbolic weight as a tether to the outside world can create a barrier. It's like trying to listen to a whisper in the middle of a storm. Let's paint a picture. Imagine you're lying in bed, the world quiet except for the soft glow of your phone screen. You've just scrolled through one last post, maybe checked a message, and now you tuck it under your pillow, thinking it's safe and close. But as you drift off, that phone isn't just a piece of tech, it's a portal. It's buzzing with the energy of every email, every argument on social media, every news alert that's piled up during the day. In Buddhist teachings, everything carries a vibration, a kind of subtle energy that interacts with your own. Your phone, as useful as it is, holds on to the chaos of the world. And when it's right there, pressed against you as you sleep, it's like inviting that chaos into the sacred temple of your dreams. Now here's where it gets really interesting. In many spiritual practices, dreams aren't just random images. They're a space where your soul processes, heals, and sometimes even receives messages from higher energies. Think of your dreams as a quiet garden where protective forces, call them angels or guiding spirits, come to tend to your heart. But when your phone is under your pillow, it's like leaving the gate to that garden wide open, letting in a flood of static. The electromagnetic frequencies, even on airplane mode, can create subtle disruptions in your body's natural rhythms. Science backs this up. Studies suggest that exposure to EMFs at night can affect melatonin production, which impacts not just sleep quality, but the depth of your dream state. And spiritually, that constant connection to the outside world can block the flow of intuitive, protective energy that wants to reach you. So, what can you do? It's simpler than you might think, and it starts with creating a small ritual to honor your sleep. Instead of keeping your phone under your pillow, try placing it across the room. Maybe light a candle or set an intention before bed, something as simple as, "I open myself to peace and guidance tonight." In Buddhist practices, small acts of mindfulness, like setting aside distractions, create space for clarity and connection. You're not just moving a phone, you're making room for something sacred. But before we begin, write in the comments, "May my dreams be a sanctuary of peace and wisdom." And if you stay until the end, I'll share a simple, powerful practice you can use tonight to invite angelic protection into your sleep. This leads us to another important point, which many people overlook when they think about their nighttime habits. Let's talk about what happens when you sleep with your phone so close. It's not just about the physical device, but the energy it carries. Picture this. You're at the end of a long day and your phone has been your companion through it all. It's held your work emails, your late-night scrolls through social media, maybe even a heated text exchange or two. All of that energy doesn't just vanish when you close your eyes. It lingers like a guest who stays too long at a party. When you tuck your phone under your pillow, you're inviting that guest into your sacred sleep space, where your mind and spirit are meant to rest and renew. In many spiritual traditions, especially those rooted in Eastern thought, the space around you matters deeply. Think of your bedroom as a temple, a place where you're meant to let go, to surrender to the quiet wisdom of the universe. But when your phone is right there, It's like setting up a noisy marketplace in the middle of that temple. The constant ping of notifications, even if they're silent, sends out tiny vibrations. These are more than just sounds or lights. They are energetic ripples that can disrupt the flow of your dreams. In Buddhist teachings, the mind is like a still pond, reflecting truth when it's calm. A phone under your pillow? That's like tossing pebbles into the pond, over and over, keeping the water murky. Let me share a story. A friend of mine, Sarah, used to keep her phone under her pillow every night. She'd fall asleep checking messages, feeling like she needed to stay connected just in case. But she started noticing her dreams felt chaotic. Disjointed scenes, restless energy, like she was still plugged into the world's noise. She'd wake up tired, not refreshed, and it was affecting her days. One evening, inspired by a talk about mindfulness, she decided to try something different. She moved her phone to a table across the room and replaced it with a small journal where she'd jot down one thing she was grateful for before bed. That simple shift changed everything. Her dreams became clearer, softer, and she started waking up with a sense of calm she hadn't felt in years. What Sarah discovered is something you can try too. It's not about cutting your phone out of your life. Let's be real, we all rely on it. It's about giving yourself permission to create a boundary, a sacred pause. Try this tonight. Before you go to bed, take a moment to set your phone somewhere else, maybe on a dresser or a shelf. As you do, imagine you're gently closing a door on the day's noise, letting only peace flow into your night. In many spiritual practices, this act of intention is powerful. It's like telling the universe, I'm ready to receive guidance, to rest deeply. You might even place a small object by your bed, maybe a crystal, a feather, or even a note with a kind word, to anchor that intention. And speaking of which, there's something that could complement this beautifully. It's not just about moving the phone away, but about what you invite into that space instead. What if you could fill your sleep with energy that lifts you up, that protects and guides you? That's where this conversation is headed next. Now, imagine you're drifting into that soft space between wakefulness and sleep, where the day's worries start to fade. But instead of pure calm, there's this subtle undercurrent of buzz, like a distant conversation you can't quite tune out. That's the energy your phone might be sending into your dreams, heavy vibrations that pull you away from the light, protective forces that are always there, waiting. In Eastern spirituality, we talk about prana or chi, that vital life force flowing through everything. When you're asleep, it's like your body turns into a receiver, tuning into higher frequencies. But the phone's electromagnetic field, it's like a radio station blasting static over the signal, drowning out the angelic whispers or the gentle guidance from your higher self. Think about it in a more everyday way. You've probably had nights where you dream of work stress or endless scrolling, right? Those aren't just coincidences. The phone under your pillow keeps you symbolically and literally tethered to the material world. In Buddhist philosophy, attachment is the root of suffering, and holding onto that device so close is a form of attachment that seeps into your subconscious. It's attracting those heavy vibrations, the kind that make your dreams feel weighted down, like carrying an invisible backpack full of rocks. Superstitions from various cultures echo this too, old tales of spirits being warded off by modern intrusions, or how iron and technology can disrupt ethereal connections. It's not about being woo-woo, it's about respecting the subtle energies that science is only starting to understand. Here's a practical tip that ties right into this. Create a bedtime ritual that honors that protective energy. Before you set your phone aside, take a deep breath and visualize a soft, glowing light surrounding your bed, like a shield woven from starlight or moonlight. In mysticism, this is akin to invoking angelic protection, inviting those benevolent forces to stand guard while you rest. You could even whisper a simple mantra, something like, I release the day's chaos and welcome peaceful dreams. It's drawn from meditative practices where intention shapes reality, and if you're feeling adventurous, try placing a small amulet or a piece of selenite near your pillow, crystals that are said to amplify positive vibrations and clear out the negative ones. Nothing fancy, just a gentle nudge toward lighter energy. Another aspect that almost no one talks about, but which makes all the difference, is how this habit affects your waking life in ways you might not expect. You wake up, grab your phone first thing, and suddenly that dream residue lingers, coloring your mood. It's a cycle, but breaking it starts with awareness. Imagine starting your day with a clear mind, dreams that inspire rather than drain. That's the shift we're aiming for here. And you know what's most interesting about all this? It's how interconnected it all is. Your sleep, your dreams, your protection. This leads us naturally to exploring how to actively invite those lighter, angelic influences into your nights, turning your bed into a true sanctuary. Picture yourself lying in bed, the world hushed, the stars outside your window whispering their ancient secrets. This is the moment when your soul is most open, ready to receive guidance, to weave dreams that heal and inspire. But when your phone is tucked under your pillow, it's like trying to hear those whispers through a wall of static. In spiritual traditions, especially those influenced by Eastern mysticism, the night is a sacred time, a bridge to the unseen, where protective energies can reach you. The phone's presence, though, acts like a gatekeeper, not letting those gentle forces through. It's not just about the physical device, it is about what it represents. A constant pull back to the noise of the world, when you're meant to be floating in a sea of calm. Let's bring this to life with a story. I once met someone named Maya, who was struggling with restless nights and dreams that felt like a jumbled mess. She'd always kept her phone close, thinking it was harmless, a way to feel secure. But one evening, after reading about Buddhist practices of letting go, she decided to experiment. She moved her phone to a drawer in another room and replaced it with a small bowl of water by her bedside, a nod to ancient rituals where water symbolizes purity and flow. That night, she dreamed of a serene lake, surrounded by soft light, and woke up feeling like she'd been cradled by something greater. It wasn't magic, it was intention. By removing the phone, she'd made space for peace to settle in. Here's something you can try tonight to invite that same kind of lightness. Before bed, take a moment to clear your space, not just physically but energetically. In many spiritual practices, smudging with sage or simply opening a window can shift the vibe of a room. As you set your phone across the room, imagine you're releasing a heavy cloak you've been carrying all day. You could even say something simple like, "I let go of the world's weight and open my heart to guidance." This isn't about perfection. It's about creating a small intentional act that tells the universe you're ready for something higher. If you're drawn to mysticism, you might visualize a circle of protective light around your bed, like a soft embrace from the angels or spirits that guide you. And speaking of which, there's another layer to this that's so easy to overlook but incredibly powerful. Your dreams aren't just a random slideshow, they're a conversation with your deeper self, sometimes even with forces beyond. When you clear out the phone's heavy vibrations, you're not just improving your sleep, you're opening a channel for clarity, for insights that might show up as a feeling, an image, or even a solution to something you've been wrestling with. It's like tuning a radio to the right station, one that plays the music of your soul. Now, if all of this already feels like it's resonating, just wait until you hear what comes next. It's about making this practice a natural part of your life, without it feeling like one more thing to do. Let S ease into this next piece, as if we were unwinding together after a long day, sharing secrets that lighten the load. You've probably felt it, that subtle drag in your dreams when the world's chaos clings a little too close. But what if removing your phone from under the pillow isn't just a tweak to your routine, but a doorway to dreams that feel alive, vibrant, almost like visiting a hidden realm where wisdom flows freely? In the tapestry of Eastern spirituality, sleep is more than rest. It's a journey where the veil thins, and protective energies, those angelic whispers or the calm presence of bodhisattvas, can touch your soul. The phone, with its relentless pull, thickens that veil, attracting instead the dense fog of unresolved thoughts and external static. Envision a quiet village in the Himalayas, where monks rise before dawn, their nights undisturbed by glowing screens. They teach that the mind at rest is a mirror, clear and reflective, but only if we guard it from intrusions. Your phone under the pillow is like a lantern left burning in a meditation hall, necessary in the day, but at night it casts shadows that obscure the light. Superstitions from ancient lore blend here too. Tales of dream guardians fleeing from iron and fire, symbols of our modern tech. It's a reminder that even in our wired world, there's power in stepping back, in letting the natural rhythms take over. Try weaving this into your evening without it feeling like a chore. As you prepare for bed, pause and feel the weight of your day lifting. Move that phone to a distant corner, and in its place invite something soft, a silk scarf over your pillow, or the faint scent of lavender oil, evoking the purity of untouched nature. In Buddhist mindfulness, this is metta practice in action. Loving kindness extended to yourself, creating a cocoon of safety. You might hum a gentle tune or simply breathe deeply, picturing roots from your body sinking into the earth, drawing up steady, protective energy, while the phone's vibrations fade into irrelevance. It's these small flowing gestures that shift the air around you, making your dreams a canvas for inspiration rather than a battlefield of noise. And you know what's fascinating? How this one change echoes through your entire being, softening the edges of your reality. Dreams start to carry messages, subtle nudges toward joy or clarity, that spill over into your mornings, making you feel held, guided. It's like the universe responding to your openness. Another aspect that almost no one talks about, but which makes all the difference, is how this practice deepens your intuition over time, turning sleep into a wellspring of inner strength. Imagine waking with ideas that spark, energies that uplift. That's the magic waiting just beyond the habit. Now, if all of this already seems like a gentle invitation to try, just wait until you see how it all ties together in the end. As we settle deeper into this chat, let's wander into the heart of why those heavy vibrations from your phone can feel so insistent, like an uninvited shadow lingering just at the edge of your awareness. You've felt it, haven't you? That dream where everything's muffled, colors dulled, as if some unseen weight is pressing down. In the weave of spirituality and mysticism, this isn't mere chance, it's the clash of worlds. Your phone, a marvel of human ingenuity, pulses with the raw energy of connectivity, but in the quiet of night, it becomes a magnet for denser frequencies. Buddhist wisdom speaks of samsara, the cycle of worldly attachments that cloud the mind, and tucking your device under your pillow is like looping yourself tighter into that cycle even as you sleep. The angelic protection, those luminous guides from higher realms, retreats, unable to pierce the veil of electromagnetic hum and mental residue. Draw a breath with me here and let's think of it like a river. Sleep is that flowing river, carrying you toward renewal, but the phone is a dam, pooling stagnant water that stirs up mud from the depths. Eastern traditions remind us that harmony comes from alignment, not friction. Superstitions across cultures whisper similar cautions. In some folklore, metal objects near the bed invite restless spirits, echoing how our tech disrupts the ethereal balance. It's a gentle nudge to reclaim your night as a time of elevation, not entanglement. What if you turn this awareness into a flowing practice, one that feels as natural as breathing? As twilight falls, let your hands move with purpose, gently powering down your phone and placing it in a woven basket far from your bed, perhaps adorned with a sprig of rosemary for its protective essence. In the space it leaves, invite the night's grace. Lie down and trace the outline of your body with your mind's eye, envisioning a warm, golden aura enveloping you, warding off the heavy and welcoming the light. This draws from meditative arts, where visualization becomes a shield, a way to attune to those angelic frequencies that Buddhism might call the Dharmakaya, the truth body of all things. Feel the shift? Your dreams begin to sparkle with possibility, unburdened, alive with subtle messages that greet you come morning. To close this cycle, there's something that few people actually put into practice, but that completely changes the results. It's the art of surrender, letting go not just of the phone but of the need to control the unseen. You don't have to do everything at once. The important thing is to start at your own pace and keep evolving, watching how your nights transform into allies for your spirit. If any part of what we've been sharing today touched something in you, that quiet knowing that says, yeah, this feels right, then let's carry that forward into your own nights. It's all connected, you see. The simple act of setting your phone aside isn't just a break from habit, It's an invitation to let those protective, angelic energies weave through your dreams, turning what might have been heavy and tangled into something light and profound. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Start small, maybe with just one night a week, noticing how the absence of that subtle buzz lets your mind wander into clearer waters, where the vibrations of peace take hold and the world's weight lifts. Picture it unfolding. You slip into bed, the room bathed in a soft, natural hush, your phone resting peacefully across the way, no longer a silent intruder. In that space, draw from the essence of Buddhist compassion, extending a gentle hand to yourself as you drift off. Maybe you end your evening with a whispered affirmation, something like, "I am open to the light that guides me," allowing it to settle like dew on morning grass. Over time, those dreams, they evolve from echoes of daily strife into tapestries of insight, laced with the mysticism of unseen allies who watch over you. It's not about chasing perfection, it's about consistency, that steady rhythm of choosing serenity and watching how it blooms in unexpected ways. Brighter mornings, sharper intuition, a heart that feels more attuned to the flow of life. You deserve this kind of rest, the kind that nourishes not just your body but the quiet spirit within. If any of this sparked a light in you, drop a comment below. I love hearing how these ideas land in your world, what dreams you're chasing, or what shifts you're noticing. And of course, if you want more conversations like this one, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It means the world to keep sharing these paths with you. Remember, you don't need grand gestures to invite wonder into your nights. Sometimes it's as simple as one small choice, like moving a phone, that opens the door to everything. You deserve that peace, that protection, those dreams that lift you higher. If you made it to the end of this video, comment below, "I'm in," just so I know you stuck with me until the end, and that you're ready to make it happen.